In Cranston, Rhode Island, the police chief is a wonderful guy named Michael Winquist. And Michael tells me that untraceable firearms, referred to as ghost guns, have become the weapon of choice for individuals involved in drug dealing and other criminal activity. Commissioner Harrison, is that what you are seeing in Baltimore and hearing from others in law enforcement?
Yes, sir, it is. Not just used by drug traffickers and people on the street selling drugs, but they are by many people just carrying them on the streets of Baltimore, transporting them in vehicles, and we are seeing them being used in non-fatal shootings and homicides. Perpetrators are sometimes leaving them at the scene. Sometimes some of our victims are in possession of some of them, but we are seeing an exponential increase year to year, starting in 2019 through 2020, now in 2021, of people choosing the polymer handguns or the privately owned made or ghost guns as the weapon of choice. More and more of these are being seen and confiscated. While we're still confiscating regular and traditional firearms, this number is exponentially increasing really fast.
And again, in Rhode Island, we had a ghost gun trafficker who pled guilty after selling to an ATF agent an M16 machine gun receiver that he built for $2,800 was the fee. And he had promised to build more guns and to do more business. To what extent, I guess, Mr. Suplina, do you see this as a business model for people to create firearms outside of traceability and provide firearms to a criminal business network?
Thank you, Senator, for that question. Yeah, this is a business opportunity. You heard earlier from the Attorney General about the markup involved in these firearms, and that's because they are particularly appealing on the street. But let's take a step back. If you are seeking—
Because of their anonymizing characteristics.
Exactly.
That's the appeal.
Because they're unserialized, because there's no history associated with them, when you acquire a gun illegally through an underground network, you don't know where that gun has been or what crimes are associated with that gun through ballistics or otherwise. But with
Can I
ghost guns,
explore that with you just a minute?
Sure.
With you and I guess Attorney General Shapiro as well. I served in law enforcement as our state's Attorney General. We had full criminal jurisdiction in Rhode Island, like Delaware and Alaska. I was the U.S. Attorney. I've done some work in this space. And one of the things that was very helpful in investigating gun crimes is the traceability of the weapon, either a gun that's left behind or discarded unsuccessfully at a crime scene that you can trace back to, in some cases, even the original dealer who sold it, which then gives you evidence to work forward and try to figure out who was at the crime scene, or ballistics, whether the projectile itself or the brass after it had been discharged by the firearm leaves marks that can be traced and cross-referenced. To me, that's a very important part of criminal investigation where shootings and murders have taken place. And to me, the families of people who've been killed are really owed that law enforcement use all these tools at its disposal to understand as clearly as possible who's behind these types of shooting crimes. How do ghost guns figure into that regime of evidence collection, analysis, review, and traceability that helps get to the bottom of fatal crimes?
Well, Senator, they don't fit into it. If you go and shoot someone with one of these ghost guns, you're not going to learn anything about the history of that crime gun from the E-Trace system, which is, I believe, what you were referring to, because it's not in there. It's unserialized. In fact, under state law here in Pennsylvania, I'm required by law to track all crime guns and to trace them. And indeed, we are unable to do that with ghost guns because they are unserialized. That's the issue, that we are not able to do that traditional law enforcement work that you did during your time as Attorney General, that General Nerona does.
And just to be clear, you do that in order to solve crimes and help victims, not to create some kind of weird national registry or
Of course.
database, right?
Of course, we've had serial numbers on guns for quite some time. We don't have a registry. I'm not advocating for a registry. What I'm advocating for is crime victims. I'm advocating for safer communities. I'm advocating for keeping guns out of the hands of criminals. And to simply require a background check and the serialization of these guns will go a long way to doing that.